have a good reason to why I'm late today. I'm trying to find the game on VIX and I can't find it. I mean, I paid for VIX, unfortunately, and I keep looking for it, but I just don't see the game. Does anyone here have VIX? Does anyone in the chat have VIX? Because I'm not being able to find the game right now, and it's pissing me off quite a bit because I paid for it. So again, I don't know. They're saying Fox Sports 2. I don't think I have Fox Sports 2 here. That's why I paid for VIX. It's to literally have this game. Anyhow, 2 to any. Does VIX have 2 to any? I think they have 2 to any, right? Let me see. 2 to any on VIX. 2 to any. Does anyone know how VIX freaking works? Oh goodness. You found it by searching Estados Unidos. There you go. There you go. Someone knows what they're doing. Estados Unidos. Okay, you search Estados Unidos. Oh, found it. Cuba. Found it. The Missile Crisis Derby. Cuba versus the United States. The Missile Crisis Derby. That's what we're going to be watching today. The United States defeated Jamaica 9-0, right? Defeated Jamaica 9-0. What was it, 2 days ago? And Cuba, our rivals, they tied Costa Rica 1-1. They tied Costa Rica 1-1. So Trinity Clark is asking, how can we watch the game? You can watch it on VIX, which is like $5 a month. That's what I've been paying for to watch the Euros and Copa America. You can also watch it on Fox Sports 2, or you can also watch it on 2 to N. So Fox Sports 2, 2 to N, or VIX. VIX is VIX, and they probably should be paying me. You can also use the free trial for FuboTV. I put the link in the description. You can use the free trial. Just remember to cancel it so they don't charge you on FuboTV. And Ping here is saying use the VPN. Yes, we were sponsored by Surfshark. You can use the VPN. What is going on my screen? Diana Salazar. They're putting it looks like a porno ad on VIX from Diana Salazar. What is this? It was like a big sex scene from Game of Thrones on my screen. Come on, there could be kids watching this right now. That was on VIX. Well, just because I told everyone that there was a major sex scene being advertised on VIX, that might actually get a lot of you to sign up for VIX. That's what I heard. But yeah, we have the missile crisis today, Derby between the United States and Cuba. And this is another reminder that the CONCACAF U20 championship is actually a World Cup qualifying. And show you the scene where it didn't happen. I'm telling you it happened. I can be very descriptive of what I saw, but I don't think it's ideal. It's not. I mean, this stream is not rated R, so I'm not going to really. Did they 69? No. I can't confirm. I can't confirm through my sources that by that I mean my eyes. No, the sex scene did not have 69. It did not. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm. Malin saying, is 11 Yanks coming? No, Pete is in acting classes today. But we will have Derek and Brett from the Straight Red Card coming on eventually. They'll be here eventually. They're probably finishing their stream, and then they will be here at some point. I don't know when, but they'll make it here at some point. In the meantime, everyone that's here right now, make sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a like. Simon saying, how are you going to stay awake? Well, I got water. I ate some popcorn, and then Derek and Brett will be here. I'll stay awake. I'll be awake. And now there's another ad, but it's not a sex scene. It's just a weird ad. I don't know why they have so like my underdog ad is nice. It's a nice ad. These ones are not. Like they're not good. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. Saying Trinity Clark saying, "Hey Tack, have you heard about Caleb Wiley going to Chelsea and Atlanta, being rude to Balogun and possibly Gio Reyna? He was rude to Balogun and Gio Reyna? Wait, what? Oh, and Atlanta being rude to Balogun and possibly what? Being rude? What do you mean by it? I know Caleb Wiley's going to Chelsea and he's going to get loaned out to Strasbourg in Liga, but I didn't quite understand your comments there on Atlanta being rude to Balogun and possibly Gio Reyna. I mean linked? Gio and Balogun are not going to Atlanta United, not right now at least. They're not going there, at least not right now. But by the way, the starting 11 for the United States men's national team U20s has Stone on goal. Yes, his name is Stone. And let me do one thing here. USA U20. That way I can tell you also where each player plays. Because I mean, part of this tournament is to get to know more and more of these players. So the goalkeeper is Stone. He is a goalkeeper from Brentford FC in the Premier League. He plays for their B team, the goalkeeper. It'll be interesting to see how he does, right? How he does. The left back is Bombino, right? Bombino plays for LAFC, 18-year-old left back. Then we have on the right back position Kohler. Kohler is a right back that plays, and let me get this right because I don't want to confuse anyone. Where does Kohler play? Is he even a right back? I don't know where Kohler plays right now, actually. I'll find out if Kohler is actually a defensive midfielder from Werder Bremen. He plays for Werder Bremen's B team. He's a defensive midfielder, and he's playing as a right back for the U.S. men's national team. Then you got Norris and Hawkins as the two center backs. Hawkins, we know he plays for the Sounders. He's a center back for the Sounders. And then Norris is a left back for FC Dallas, but he's playing as a center back for the U.S. men's national team U20s. Now, the midfield has a player many of you should be familiar with, Taha Habron, a promising player from the Columbus Crew. That's one of the midfielders that we have today. The other one is Oregel Jr. and Nico Tsakidis. So Nico Tsakidis is also a very promising midfielder from this team. Very technical, good in tight spaces. Very technical player that plays for the San Jose Earthquakes. And what is going on here? Where's Transfermarkt? Got it. And then you got also what's his name? I completely lost the train of thought because Transfermarkt like jumped on screen of something that looks like a freaking virus. Gives my computer 8. But a few interesting names that I'm looking forward to seeing today. The center forward, Cato Figueroa, that plays for the Liverpool Academy. He's starting for the United States. So I'm interested in seeing. Let me put actually the lineup here on screen. Cato Figueroa, that starts for the Liverpool Academy, will be playing, right? And then you also have Berchimas from Charlotte FC. This is a player that's also kind of intriguing, an interesting player. So the two big players I'm looking forward to watching today are Berchimas and Cairo Figueroa. So those are the two. So Berchimas will probably play out wide as a winger. He's number 7. And Figueroa is number 17. He'll be the center forward. Again, obviously, we're watching every player. We're trying to learn as much as we can. These are future USA prospects, or they're actually current USA prospects and possibly future U.S. men's national team players. Who knows? The goalkeeper, too, Julian Eyestone. I want to see how he plays. Not the shot-stopping ability, because in that sense, it can be very shaky when you're young. I want to see how he plays with his feet. The goalkeeper. He belongs to Brentford. So it's an English product, I guess, like being developed in England. But then we'll look forward to seeing Berchimas and Cato Figueroa, see how they do. These are two promising players. Pedro Soma, that scored a brace last game, the central defensive midfielder, will be on the bench today. Taha Habron on that U17, I think it was the World Cup that we watched, or CONCACAF U17. Taha Habron from the Columbus Crew looked really good. Regardless, when it comes to player profile and everything, Berchimas is one of the top prospects we have at the U20 level. And Cato Figueroa is a player I haven't watched since the U17s. I haven't really watched him in the Liverpool Academy or whatever, the U23s. So I'm interested in seeing how Cato Figueroa has developed as a player. And I guess we'll find out today. Sure, the opponent matters, and I'm pretty sure that Cuba is not good. They're not good. but we'll see. And they're saying the goalkeeper Stone was actually developed in the Dallas Academy and he transferred to Brentford this summer. So he just got there. So Stone is actually developed in the FC Dallas Academy. FC Dallas Academy, Stone. He currently plays for Brentford. So he's not developed in England. He's still being developed. So he's being developed in England right now, but he's not an England product. He's made in America. Made in America. Not in China, not in England, in America. Stone looks like he's 6'5". I mean, the guy is 18, right? Julian Stone is 18. I can put all the do you guys want to see the entire roster? I mean, I have it here in Transfermark. But again, the players I'm mainly watching out for today are Berchimas and Keiro Figueroa. Those are the two I'm really looking forward to see what they can do, if they can do some damage against what I would consider by many a very weak opponent. So I'd hope they do a lot of damage. But the goalkeeper options we have, the one starting today is Julian Eyestone, currently plays for Brentford's B team. Noah Cobb plays for Atlanta United. Stuart Hawkins is starting as a center back. He's from the Seattle Sounders. Nolan Norris is a left back for FC Dallas, apparently, but he's playing as a center back for the U20s. I don't know if Dallas's academy uses him as a left back. And then who else? Luca Bombino, he's the left back for this team. He plays for the LAFC. Ethan Kohler, he plays for Werder Bremen, second team. I don't know much about this kid, so I'm interested in that too. Nico Tsakiris, we watched him quite a bit. Good player for the San Jose Earthquakes. Very good, promising prospect, 19 years old. Brooklyn Hines from the Houston Dynamo. We've seen him play in MLS a little bit too. Sergio Origo plays for the Chicago Fire. Taha Habron from the Columbus Crew. He'll be starting today. Pedro Soma has looked very promising as a central defensive midfielder. Pedro Soma is currently unemployed. Doesn't have a club. He is unemployed. The game is on Fox Sports 2, 2 to N on or VIX, guys. I said this before. Cruz Medina is on the bench. Cruz Medina is on the bench. He's on the Town FC. Hold on a second. Cruz Medina doesn't play for the San Jose Earthquakes anymore? Oh, the Town FC is an MLS Next Pro. Okay, so he's in MLS Next Pro. Sorry. Nimfasha Berchimas from Charlotte FC, very promising player. David Vasquez from the Philadelphia Union actually played very well last game. Xavier Gozo from RSL, he's starting today on the wing. Marco Zambrano, that's in Portugal, playing for Vitória Guimarães' B team. He started last game. Then we have Keiro Figueroa, that plays for Liverpool's U18s. He's currently 17, so he's among the youngest in this group, alongside Berchimas, that's 16. So I'm looking forward to these two, Keiro Figueroa and Berchimas. We're going to be watching these guys today. Oh, look who's here.
What's up?
What's happening?
They made
long
it.
Long time.
Long time no see. So I put this, just so you guys know, I know we end up talking about a lot of things besides the game, but Berchimas is starting. That's an interesting player to watch out. And that's Figueroa, great, that we don't get to watch the Liverpool Academy at all. We get to see a little bit of how he's doing, how he developed since that U17 tournament that we watched last year.
Highlights mostly instead. Yeah, no, it's going to be great. I mean, maybe they were just saving these guys. They're doing full rotations in some cases.
I mean, we can, because we know we need to make it to the semifinals to qualify to the U20 World Cup, which ultimately that's the primary goal. And then the second goal is to win the tournament. I think they're rotating because, think about it for a second. They played on Friday. They rested Saturday, Sunday, and they're already playing today. So the players had like 48 hours roughly of rest. They're going to rotate a lot, especially so we can have the best players for the final, especially when you have easy games like Jamaica, Cuba. But today we have a derby, the missile crisis derby. It'll be an interesting game here. But you guys have the U.S. winning with some ease, right?
I mean, seriously. The missile crisis derby.
That's what we should be calling it from here forward.
You could have called this like the Bay of Pigs or anything like that.
No, missile crisis derby. It's the missile crisis.
Let me see. I've just been asked by Fox Sports to put in a code to watch the game. Okay, that's interesting.
Wait, the game is not showing on VIX. Is anyone be able to watch it on VIX?
I'm watching on FS2 right now.
Okay, that's what I was on, and then they're now telling me, "Bitch, you don't get this." I'm like, "What? No, I do." Hold
And
on.
Lobsman Jr., LeBron James for USMNT manager. No, thank you. He's a basketball guy. But it's weird because I'm on VIX here and they don't have the
Oh,
freaking
God.
game.
That was a clobber. You know, the issue we always have, I don't know if you and Pete have this issue with your live watch-alongs and stuff, is that Derek and I have to sit there and spend like the first 5 minutes trying to get us synced up with time-wise.
I just choose to not sync it up.
We
What ends up
do.
happening is we're like, oh, what happened? 5 seconds later. Oh, okay.
Oh, but Pete doesn't stay for the watch-alongs, remember? He comes
Oh,
in
yeah,
at
that's
halftime.
right. That's
He
right.
doesn't stay. So very rarely we have that issue. He doesn't really stay. I'm having major issues here. I'm not being able. So the game has started. It's already 4 minutes in, the U.S. versus Cuba, but I'm not being able to find the game on VIX. This is. Do you have it on, Brett? Anyone watching it?
I'm watching right now. 5 minutes and 10 seconds in.
Okay.
I put in my code. I'm waiting for the TV to figure out that I put it in.
Is Tuda NA on cable TV?
Are you asking if it's on regular TV? Yeah.
No, is Tuda NA on the antenna? I mean, sorry.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because I have an antenna here. I could try. So they said Fox Sports 2. I can try here. Fox Sports 2. Watch TV. What's the channel? So yeah, and Brett still 0-0, right? Still 0-0.
Correct. Yep. Defense have basically been passing it around, getting some movement forward, but it's we're maintaining all the possession, but not
But no
really
penetration.
not being super dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, I put in my code twice. They're not fixing the broadcast.
VIX has let me down. Unreal.
There you go. Counter. Jeff. It says free on CONCACAF TV. It's one of your super chats.
It is on
YouTube.
CONCACAF
It's on YouTube.
TV. Yep. So let's go there.
Wait, CONCACAF TV on YouTube?
That's what they're saying.
But do I need a VPN?
Don't think so.
Okay. Let's see here. Live. I don't see it, man.
King wants to know what time I'm at. I'm at 6:49, 6:50, 6:51, 6:52, 53, 54, 55.
Crap, I have a VPN.
Oh, Kevin says it's only for outside USA.
Yeah, I have a VPN with Surfshark, but I don't have the account here. Crap.
This is quite odd.
Oh boy, this is so dumb. Like if they're gonna make it so hard to watch the game, just put it for free on YouTube.
It's a U20. I mean, I can't imagine the numbers being that drastic.
Yeah, well, on YouTube for free, people would watch it.
Sure, yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, Xfinity tells me I'm signed in and can watch, but my TV won't fix the problem.
Yeah, who is number 18? You have the roster still pulled up, Tact?
Number
18, our right wing. Who is that?
I'm on CONCACAF.
Gozo?
I'm on the CONCACAF site. It's not live.
It's
not that I can find.
So Xavier Gozo is playing on the right hand side, and he has not been playing well so far. His first statements.
No, this kind of sucks because now essentially the live watch along is us asking Brett to tell us what's happening.
It's true.
Wait, BC says I'm watching it illegally right now. Okay, BC, tell us more. Not that we want to do that, but can you tell us more about it?
Maybe you could DM it to Tac, that link. Don't put it in the chat, guys. So Tac, you said you do have a VPN?
Yeah, I just don't have the account here. I have Surfshark because I made an account. They gave it to me when they sponsored the channel, and I was using it. I have used it in the past, and I know Dustin does too because he's in Germany. So for him to watch it, he does use it.
I'm on. I'm back up.
How are you on?
Ping is saying RBTV 77. Chris
Fox
is saying FuboTV. Jonathan Miranda says antenna.
Antenna? I have an antenna here. Hold on.
Get some rabbit ears.
Sling TV. Keep saying antenna, bro. Antenna.
Yeah, I'm back on.
Yeah, but Fox Sports 2 is not on the. It's not on the in the antenna.
No, but TDUN might be. TDUNA. Might be. I don't know if it is.
We're entering the 10th minute right now, and it has not been that great about 10 minutes. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, I'm at 9:47, Brett.
Oh, 2 to N is in the on the antenna. Okay,
might be. Yeah.
Well, now BMR is saying that TDN is not on the antenna, only Univision.
Okay. Yeah, that might work too. But it's not on those channels then.
Music video saying use Turbo VPN. It's free.
I'm assuming the game is shit so far.
Off the crossbar.
Yep. Cuba off the crossbar.
Cuba?
Yeah.
Almost
corner kick came in, header off the crossbar. Yeah.
We were lucky. That should have been a goal for Cuba. Horrible marking.
I think if it was lower, I think our goalkeeper may have gotten a fingertip to it. But I think he kind of gave up because he thought it was going over. Why are we going on the right-hand side the entire time? You have Birchmas out left, and you have why? Just hugging that side.
So Vix has totally failed you.
Yeah, this is really messed up. But it's weird because they were saying that it was
BC messaged you the link.
The sketchy link that's not going to give my computer AIDS, is it?
Tax, you're on Facebook?
I'm not Facebook. I mean, Instagram maybe?
Well, he says, I messaged Tax FB the link.
I don't have Facebook.
That's for old people like me. I have
3D, the game on FS2 is, in fact, the USA game. Oh, why'd you leave it at now?
Yeah, that was really weird. I had to put in the password, and then it said, nah, still don't care.
Kevin, what channel is if you're on YouTube? Because we've already looked.
Yeah, the YouTube thing. I went to CONCACAF. Nothing live.
Just
so I'm glad.
12-minute marker.
Glad my Fox is working. I'm sure they charge me extra for this.
Apparently Instagram Messenger is literally the same as Facebook. I don't frequent either, really.
Message on Instagram too. Let me see, because if it's a sketchy link that I'm gonna get AIDS,
it's pirated, so it must be.
Probably just herpes. Probably not as serious as AIDS.
But you can't get rid of herpes.
That's true, but you can take medicine.
Okay, not bad.
I'm told. It's not from personal experience. I've never had herpes.
Well, I'm looking here. I didn't get a message. I mean,
Ping says, "Tack, just use a condom."
I don't see the message here. I just checked.
This might be the first time ever you've tried to watch a game you haven't been able to get to it.
Wait, they're saying YouTube TV subscription. So what? Like, if I get a YouTube TV subscription, I can watch it?
Alex says, "Tack, don't be cheap."
Patrick,
don't be cheap. I literally paid for VIX.
Patrick, do you work for YouTube TV?
Smack says, "Tack, check VIX."
How do I get YouTube TV?
That's a good question. They're always asking me.
YouTube TV is like $60 a month or something like that, man.
No way, is it?
Yeah.
Who would? Well, maybe they have a free trial. Try it now. Let me see.
Yeah,
I'll just get like a 7-day free trial.
Isaiah's saying it's on Hulu TV.
Oh, is it on Hulu? Are all these people out there just that's the companies they work for?
Hold on. Is it literally in every single platform besides the one I paid for and actually was supposed to have it?
Sounds like it, yeah.
So essentially it's like, hey, we're going to put it on VIX. So I pay for VIX, and then they're like, okay, We're not going to have it on VIX. We're going to put it even on fucking Disney Plus right now, but not on VIX.
Is it on Disney Plus?
It might be. Who knows? It's just not on VIX.
I don't think it is.
So
Disney-
I put YouTube
Alex
TV
Cruz
here.
is saying it's on Fox Sports free. Imagine if you go to Fox Sports though and start watching it, you're gonna get time down.
Bam, goal.
Like 10 minutes.
USA.
All right, Derek, you are apparently a few seconds ahead of me then, because it just happened for me.
I'm at 14:30.
All right, hit pause. No, that's joke.
After all these issues, I'm not touching it.
I ain't touching it.
Anyhow, it was a set piece, and it was just
Nobody touched it. It just it went right through.
Chipped in by number 10.
Yeah, that's what they call him. Yeah.
No, whoever number 10 is, I'm not sure.
Head of
So I'm trying to figure out how much is YouTube TV.
It's Takarius. It's Takarius. Takarius? I'm butchering his name. The San Jose kid.
Oh, we
Yes,
scored.
The Greek kid.
Yeah.
The Greek kid. Zacharias.
Did 16 touch it? No, he didn't. I don't think he touched it.
Man, that's a drilled cross, though. All he had to do was chip it in. There's no way the Jamaican keeper is hitting his own head, but I mean,
he was covering near postman. Yeah, there's nothing he really could have done.
He could have done nothing about that. Absolutely zero. 1-0.
Who
Here
scored?
in Zacharias.
Yep.
Oh, Nico Sakidi scored.
Yeah.
Well, Zacharias, that's probably a more accurate pronunciation.
So 1-0 for the United States in the in the Missile Crisis Derby. Nico Sakidi after Cuba actually hit the post once. How was the goal?
Now, the goal was a rocket set piece taken by, I'm not sure who.
It was Nico on the right-hand side. And he just laid it into the middle. Nobody touched it and went far post.
Yeah, I mean, it
just bounced right in there.
It was a rocket cross. So I thought he did get a chip on it, number 10. Brett,
What's up?
I thought Zacharias did get a chip on it.
No, he's the one who took the kick.
Oh, really? It touched nobody?
Touched nobody, yeah.
Oh, and just went into the...
Oh, they're checking offside, I guess. They have VAR for the U20s, but they don't have for like leagues, Nations League and stuff like that. What? What?
What is
in
going
what
on?
world?
King Kalo for $4.99 trying to find the site to watch our boys. I mistakenly entered the corn site.
What's the porn site?
I hear it's free on the hub, guys. If you want to go to the hub.
Porn site WRT. What is that?
I'm just trying to get the free trial for YouTube TV here.
We'll see you at halftime.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're only 17 minutes in. It's not fatal yet.
Patrick McCoon says, bro, someone sent tacked $80 super chat so you can get YouTube free or YouTube TV.
YouTube, don't you think like any channel that's monetized, YouTube should give it for free?
No, I think so.
Okay, so
well, YouTube TV grants you the ability to watch live TV like you would cable in general, which is why it's like $60 to $70.
What the heck? It's like $65 a month.
Yeah, no.
It's absolutely.
You're basically paying a new cable provider is what you're doing.
Hell no. I'm not paying for
what a horrible first touch.
We're dribbling through this team like it ain't.
I'm just gonna get the free trial.
This is like butter. It's so easy.
Oh, and if you want like HBO Max and all that, you have to also pay NFL Sunday ticket. You have to pay extra too. This is just cable.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a replacement for cable. Exactly.
Comcast is pissed that you're it's not Comcast, I guess.
Xfinity.
Who owns YouTube? Is it it's Google, I guess.
It's Google for sure. Yeah. Microsoft. Right? Am I right there?
No.
So they're saying I can get a free trial and they would start charging me July 27th. That's good. That gives me 5 days to just cancel it.
There you go.
Hear that, guys? You can always do it. 1-0 for the United States. Let me get to your start membership.
USA is just passing it around Cuba at this point.
Yeah.
They want me to add a credit card here. I'm not adding a credit card. You guys are going to just take my money.
Well, they will in 5 days for sure. So you got to cancel that.
Raymond's pushing the free 60 minutes on F.
Right now, it's USA dominating in Cuba's end, passing it around for free. Yep, but they did steal it. Now they lost it immediately after stealing it. And now we're back on the counter. Figueroa to not sure who, out wide, and almost another goal.
They charged me $1 already.
Son of a god.
Okay, now I just got to figure out the game here and figure out how to cancel this too. Okay, so he's also saying free trial on
Brazzers. No.
Good.
Don't go to Brazzers.
Go search.
That's a porn site. No. Brazzers is a porn. And not a very good one, I have to say. It's entertaining.
Jonathan Lewis has a great idea here. Open up Fox Sports on incognito, watch 60 minutes, close it out, and then open it back up in incognito again.
I think Brazzers makes interesting, entertaining porn, but I don't think it's all that good. I mean, it's funny in sort of a Laurel and Hardy way, right? It's always about the dad showing up.
They do the campy porn.
Yeah, the dad showing up when his stepson and his mom are fucking or something weird like that, right?
Yeah.
Behind a couch. And he can't really see her sucking his whatever. And so
it's like the mom coming in and vacuuming the room while it's, stepbrother, stepsister, etc. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want your channel to get plagued by OF. People.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know where Derek's getting, but I got the game.
Hey,
I'm just describing the channel and what it purveys.
Where was it? He says Brazzers watch-along stream win. Oh man.
Donation for TAC to buy another subscription. $4.20. Should have made it $4.69.
This is so stupid. I have the free trial here and it's not showing up on the YouTube TV, which means I don't recommend YouTube TV, even though we kind of work with YouTube here.
Well, who told us that was on YouTube TV? Because I'm not sure it is.
Found it.
Yeah, no,
yes!
It'll be on there. Yeah.
I'm watching it. We got it.
What time you attacked?
Guys, don't no need to listen, everyone. No need to send super chats for subscriptions. I am cheap and I find my way around it. I am watching the game right now, 22 minutes and 30 seconds into it.
I think Tact has been watching it the entire time and he's been playing you guys the entire time too. He's like, oh no, I gotta pay for this. How am I supposed to afford this?
That's
super chat.
Yeah, but listen, I am going to cancel this YouTube membership. I am not going to pay it. It's too expensive. I'm not spending $70. That's like the price of FuboTV. It's the same price.
Yeah, that's insane.
But Nate, thank you. Donation for TAC to buy another subscription. Patrick McCoon also saying more for TAC subscribers into on. Look. Oh, that's two.
Oh, that was close.
It was what's his name? Luca Bombino, the left back from LAFC.
I need to get the lineup up somewhere.
Not a bad finish, to be fair. He was on a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Not a bad finish. I mean, good finishes usually go in, but not a bad one.
What a fun last name to have, by the way.
Cole is saying, imagine a new viewer clicking on the video and then coming in and just listening to what's going on right now. Cole, it's good because we just cut right to it. They just know what this is about. They just know what this is about. I found the game, everyone. I am watching the game now. I just please at the end of the stream remind me to cancel it before YouTube charges me $73. That's like more than then they're taking more than they're giving me.
I didn't know this, but our coach is Nigerian for a U20 team.
Oh, really?
Nisayan is his name. Nsien. I don't know who he is.
And the Olympic one is from Serbia,
Well,
right?
come on now.
Marko Mitrovic.
Yeah. So, did he get a chip on this replay or not?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
You don't
No,
think he
no.
redirected that at all? Let me see.
I don't think either of them
No,
did.
he did.
It looks like he did.
And that's Taha Habron, right?
It looks like it. Yeah. Who are they hugging? They're hugging number 10. Number
Is
10
he
is Zachary's.
Yeah.
Sakidis.
Sakiris.
He's the one who laid it in there, and maybe they are all assuming that nobody touched it, or like, except for the one guy who did touch it. Maybe, I don't know.
It seemed like Sakiris was taking flowers. He certainly made it look like, yeah, I got a chip on that. I mean, otherwise, why are you taking all the flowers from the team?
Derek, this one is from you, for you.
Okay.
He's saying, off topic, but do you prefer X videos, Derek, or not?
X videos?
You can say no comment on it.
That's Twitter's new video handle, right?
X videos.
I don't know that website, X videos.
Goal 2-0. 2-0.
Bam, goal.
RSL prospect.
God, he's been shit all game.
Scores. Javier goes RSL prospect.
He's been crap all game, man. And that was a nice finish and all, but
dude, he was crap in the first game too. He wasn't good in the first game. Javier goes in the first game. He wasn't good, but he got a goal here. Hey. And who assisted Taha Habron with the pass? It seemed like it was a bit off too. It wasn't even a good finish. The goalkeeper's just horrible.
Yeah.
Like, how do you let the ball go? That's literally your corner, your side of the goal.
It's actually just underneath his arm and his leg.
Yeah. Yeah, the finish was, I mean, I take that back. I can't call a shot on target horrible. It was just not a great finish. And the goalkeeper just kind of like ate it up, just accepted it. Yeah. So the United States gets a 2-0 lead in the missile crisis derby here. And it seems like we're going to win this, man.
I think it's safe to assume, yes.
Hello, X videos is number 1. Am I missing something? Is that a website?
Don't look it up. Do not look it up.
Do it, Derek.
Oh, I think that is a website. I know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. X videos is a porn website. I don't go there. I don't know why. I got other methodologies. But thanks for bringing it up. There are not many people watching this game. I got to say that.
No, not many.
The crowd is sparse. I mean, it's U20.
Where's it being hosted at? Is it here stateside?
I'm looking
Mexico.
It's Mexico. Okay.
It's in Mexico.
Hey, the field looks decent, at least acceptable.
It looks better than the one around the corner here near my house, but not too good.
I mean, it's better than Copa.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's like grass, not grass on top of,
turf on top of concrete.
Turf. Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff, saying, "Tack, we have feelings for each other." No, we don't, Jeff. I mean, I can't speak on your behalf, but I can speak on mine. We don't. I mean, I consider you a good friend here of the channel for sure, and I appreciate everyone here. But not like like feelings. I don't play for that team, Jeff. It's okay if you do, but I don't.
Yeah, he's not breaking out the lube.
No, but you know who should bring the lube?
Cuba.
Fidel, because he's getting screwed today here.
Fidel is dead.
Isn't
fair
his
enough
son
enough.
also named Fidel?
Isn't his brother still running the country though? His younger brother. I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, so another L for Cuba. I can't really think of a single L that the US has ever taken against Cuba in my I can't think of a single one. We always beat Cuba in everything. Except for cigars, I guess.
Well, this is historic information for people who don't know. But Fidel Castro originally was a nationalist, not a communist. And then, of course, he asked for our government's support to overthrow the Cuban government that was currently of course, that wasn't going to happen. So then he reached out to the Soviet Union for support and funds and money and weapons to overthrow the Cuban government. And that's what he did. So, I mean, that's Ho Chi Minh too, by the way, in a rapper. Ho Chi Minh was a nationalist. He became a communist because after he wrote Truman after the war and said, hey, Roosevelt promised us independence after World War II. And Truman's like, I don't give a shit. That's French territory. We're not giving you dick. Then he reached out to the Chinese and the Russians. So there you go. That's kind of how that shit happens.
Also, we also have a history class here.
I'm just telling people. All right, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Since we keep bringing
Put it away. Somebody shoot the ball. Oh my God.
It was Figueroa.
Everybody's just like passing around, making it look pretty. Nobody's firing it.
They're like, didn't Fidel survive 100 assassination attempts from the U.S.? I don't know from the U.S., but he probably survived a lot of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't 100. That's a bit much, but I've read those.
Dude, also, if the guy survives 100 assassination attempts, you would think the one trying to assassinate him would quit around number 20, right? You're like, okay, this guy, this ain't happening.
Yep. By the way, I'm not saying Ho Chi Minh was a great man or anything like that, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just kind of giving you a basic background of what happened after World War II when Vietnam during World War II fought with us and the Allies against Japan. And there was a famous letter you can find online between Roosevelt and Ho Chi Minh. It's online where Roosevelt promises Ho Chi Minh independence after World War II.
And here's another question for you, Derek, off topic, but what's worse, Derek, Playboy or Brazzers?
I mean, when I was a kid, Playboy gave me so many joyful moments.
Oh, God.
I mean, I stole a lot of Playboy magazines. So I lived on Army bases my whole life, right? So we would go to the barracks and we'd walk through the barracks where the soldiers were stationed. There'd be Playboy magazines just laying around. We would steal them and we'd take them home. So it provided a lot of joy for us as teenagers. So I can't really put Playboy down because it got me through a lot of young years. And it got me to understand what women look like, real women, when I was just young. So, and they had great articles in there too, by the way, really good articles. I'm not kidding. They really did. They really
we all read that for the articles.
And yeah, Brazzers came along, and it's a famous story.
So you're telling me, wait. You're telling me you would get the Playboy magazines to read the articles?
No. But we ended up reading the articles too. Like, after we'd done looking at the pictures.
Okay.
Funny story. One of the lead writers of Playboy was in Bloomington. What's the institute in Bloomington, Brett, where they do all the sex research? The Kinsey Institute.
Kinsey Institute, yeah.
So they were in town for the Kinsey Institute. There was some conference going on. And actually the lead writer, sex writer of the Kinsey Institute backed into my car. And so I got to know him pretty well.
Is that what they're calling it these days, Derek?
Yeah, he backed into my car. Yeah, so true story. No, I respect what Playboy did as far as the evolution of writing the conversation about the sexual revolution. I think that was all good. But Brazzers, it's just clown shit. That's like Abbott and Costello. It's Abbott and Costello porn.
Now it's free, Derek. So
Brazzers is free? No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
The advertisement's talking about it the entire time.
No, Placata, I do not need a girlfriend. Do not want a girlfriend. I've had a lot of girlfriends in my days, and I've been married and divorced. I've had 2 kids. Don't need a girlfriend.
If you're interested in that whole storyline and everything, just watch our show. You'll hear first names, sometimes even last names.
Oh, I
and
know.
Locations.
I'm so bad. I've cut that out. Yeah, I've cut that out. Sorry for all the former girlfriends I've named first name and last name on the show. I truly apologize.
Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff saying, Tack, ask the chat if we should collaborate. No. Look, Jeff, unfortunately, as I've said multiple times, Tactical Manager TV is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship, and I am the dictator in charge. So there's no free elections here. There's no free elections here. Jacob is also saying, love the Indy 11 shirt that Brett is wearing right there. My City upset in MLS Cup. Indy 11 is in what? The semifinals or quarterfinals?
Semis, baby.
We're taking on, I think, what, Houston? Is Houston? I think we're taking
Houston has been. They eliminated Houston, right?
I don't know now. I have to go back and take a look.
So Spencer is also saying, I wonder how many people know Japan had control of parts of the U.S. during World War II. Some of the Aleutian Islands between 1942 and 1943. Speaking of World War II, I did not know that.
I did. I did because I'm a nerd. All right. So, yes, that is true. The Aleutian Islands are off of Alaska. Those are the little tiny little tidbit islands coming off of Alaska. Yes, they did. But it was very short-lived, and it was mostly unimportant. And they're very unhospitable islands to be on for any length of time. The weather's horrific and cold. So it wasn't important. Although he's right. Factually, he's absolutely correct.
And then another super chat here now from Moise. Brett, please help Derek find a girlfriend. Hubby breakup hub.
I don't.
He doesn't need help.
I don't want a girlfriend. I will never have a girlfriend. I am 52 years old. Don't need one. Don't want one. Had so many of them. I know what that's all about. I don't need the drama. I love just being here with me, all by myself. I mean, and occasionally doing shows with you guys. I mean, that's, I got work too. I mean,
wow, early sub looks like what?
Yeah, very early sub injury.
No, he ran off from kicking. I mean, he didn't look angry. He didn't look hurt.
Maybe Harangi, Aden Harangi's on for Kohler, so it's a right back, the right back sub.
And Kohler apparently was given the goal. He must have deflected a little bit.
Was that a change of formation too? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
You're up 2-0, and what are you making a change now? If it wasn't an injury, what are you making a change for?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's not like it's been horrific. It's not been great.
No, a bunch of people in the chat are saying he lost his contact.
Oh, his rubber fell off.
Yeah, poked it. Okay, he got. That's right. He got a little hook and scrape in the eye, and he must have lost his contact, I guess, in the end.
Brett, this is probably true for you, but when I played, the guys that wore glasses wore those goggles. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, they wore goggles.
I wore rec specs all the way up until high school, and it's like, fuck that. I'm not wearing rec specs out on that pitch. So I wore glasses for my first 2 years, and then I forced myself to wear contacts.
Now, about the game real quick, it's just, the thing is, it's only a 2-0 lead, so it's definitely a more respectable opponent than when we played Jamaica. But it's just so hard to judge our players when the competition is ultimately garbage, like we've been facing in the CONCACAF the CONCACAF U20 championship so far. This Cuban team is definitely better than Jamaica, that's for sure.
Yep.
But again, it's 2-0 without the U.S. really pushing it. And if the U.S. pushed it, it could be 3-4, 5-0. And Costa Rica tied Cuba, so Costa Rica is more or less this level in the U20s.
Oh my God, is that true? What was the score? Costa Rica, Cuba.
It was 1-1.
What was that motion the ref gave?
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, outside of the crossbar, Cuba hasn't really done anything to challenge us.
Yeah, and the gap is huge between these two teams. 2-0 is not, doesn't really show how big of a gap it is between these teams. But Lou Kutri is saying Derek is MGTOW like me. What is that?
I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna say it's like married and divorced and not interested.
Men going their own way. It's MGTOW.
MGTOW.
Men going their own way. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Basically saying, yeah, I don't need women.
I don't. I know my mom's on my ass, but Derek, don't you want to meet a nice woman and settle down again? And I'm like, no, I don't, because there's no such thing as settling down. It might be settling down for 7, 8, whatever years, and then it turns into absolute misery. And for those of you, my parents have been together for 52 years. All right. So that's magic. But if you went over to my parents' house for dinner, they argue 80% of the time. Okay. It's just like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm glad they figured out a way to deal with arguing with each other constantly, but I don't want to deal with that. I don't need it. I just don't need it. I don't need it. And I don't need the jealousy and the monitoring. I like getting up when I want to get up. I like taking a bath when I want to take a bath. I like jerking off when I want to jerk off.
Your previous relationships told you when you need to go take a bath?
No.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. It's like, what type of relationship or marriage were you in where you kind of like had someone tell you when you could take a bath?
Derek, it's Sunday. It's bath day.
No, it's kind of like, I know we're going to do the nasty.
He wasn't married. His wife treated him like a dog. It's like, this week you're taking a shower.
Who wants to take a bath? Who wants to take a bath?
That's not how it happened. It's like, I know tonight's the nasty night. I got to go take a shower right now. That's kind of how it worked out. And Brett, don't you lie. You know that's how it goes.
And here comes Berchimas. And I'm actually, in terms of Berchimas, that a lot of people, I was interested. I am not that impressed with his performance so far. Obviously, I missed the first 20 minutes. So
you didn't miss that much, though.
No. These U20 games, I feel like it's not really going to be good until we play Mexico in the final, considering we make it. I mean, assuming we make it.
And this tournament qualifies for the
U20 World
Cup. So, I mean, it's important.
Some are saying left wing is flying. That's Birchmas. He hasn't had that many great touches in overall, but they've been hugging that right side most of the match.
In fact, they're going to switch to that.
Guys, if you can right now, go to my Twitter account and check out the video I just shared on the VAR, the Venezuelan League VAR. You'll crack up laughing.
Wives don't let their husbands jerk off? Yeah, dude.
Guys, why are we talking about this?
I'm sorry. It's Noel Rodriguez is saying that. It's like, I don't know what kind of relationship you're in, but, if you've been married for a really, really long time, it's like, yeah, you're going to jerk off on occasion.
Just dribble the ball out of bounds, man.
Okay. I just want to say one thing. This guy right here, number 18, the one that scored, Javier Gozo, he's actually kind of bad.
No, I've been saying that. He got his goal, but he's been Garbo the entire game.
And he was terrible last game, too.
Ah. Gozo's the bozo, according to Alex.
Jesus, number 16 basically got anally raped on that. And then that's why he's out of the game. His contact fell out after he was assaulted.
I know that look too. Constantly blinking with your hand right there.
He is furious. Look at that.
Yeah, he's pissed. But now he's out.
And here comes Cuba with a terrible pass down the right with a terrible pass followed by Ice Stone with the save right there. Look at that.
That's a good save.
Yeah, good save.
We're giving them way too much here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, more than we should have.
I mean, Cuba, they're really good at baseball.
I mean, it's also a rivalry, right? We knew this rivalry are never as easy as we think it will be.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, historically in other ways. Bay of Pigs, baby. This is the Bay of Pigs rematch. Actually not, because the Americans didn't show up to help the Cuban dissidents who stormed the beaches at the Bay of Pigs. We were supposed to send air support and all kinds of other things, but Kenny's like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. One of the reasons they dislike Kennedy, the establishment, he didn't do what they recommended. Okay,
back here to the Missile Crisis Derby, 2-0 for the U.S. 4 minutes added here in the first half. Winning today qualifies the U.S. officially to the next round, which I am 99% certain it's the quarterfinals. I'll double check so I don't say something stupid here. There's only 3 groups.
Huh.
Okay, hold on.
That's curious.
There's only 3 groups of 4. What is going on here? Why does everything with CONCACAF have to be so freaking weird?
A couple third place teams getting brought up.
Yeah, I think so.
So essentially, we're gonna have the entire group stage to eliminate like 3 garbage teams.
Yeah, I mean, with 4 groups, you're looking at 6 plus 2. So 2 third place teams are going to go through. Must be.
No, but if 2 third place teams go through, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're gonna have quarterfinals. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, 8 and then 4, then 2, and then out.
Yep. Okay, let me see the bracket here. Yeah, they have quarterfinals. So yep, I guess that's how it's gonna go. The top 2 of each group advance, and then the 2 best third place. So literally, the group stage is just to eliminate the worst of the worst of the worst.
Yeah, except for one of the 3 groups will have 2 teams eliminated. Or yes, what I just said is correct. But 2 of the groups will have 3 teams coming out of them. Like poop.
Yeah, so I guess that terrible Jamaican side that we faced in the first game still has a shot in advancing to the next round.
Yeah, based
Not
on
by goal differential.
No, but I feel like if they win 1 game, they're through. If you win 1 game, you're through.
You gotta be
It's true.
The top half of the third place teams in order to go through.
Yeah, so you just have to win a game. If you win a game, you're gonna go through.
Yep, 1 game might get you through.
You're right, it might, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is not extremely impressive. We're up 2-0, but it's not like we're just toasting these guys. I mean,
hope we get Jamaica in the quarters.
Now we're screwing around with it in our own end. Just screwing around.
Derek, we're playing brave.
Man, we just almost gave it away. That was a foot from being.
Brett, you can't say that we're playing brave when we're doing something stupid.
Playing out of the back, we're playing brave, guys.
Okay, Berchuma's in ISO. Oh, Berchuma. Yeah, the problem with this team, I know, like, it's kind of hard to really judge against these opponents, but there is no player right now that I'm actually looking at the player profile and thinking, you know what? There's something there.
No.
I've liked what I've seen from Takara. Am I butchering his last name? Takaris? The San Jose kid? The San Jose kid?
Tsakiris.
Say it again?
Nico
Tsakiris.
I was butchering it then, yes. I liked what I've seen from him, and I liked him in the previous U20 cycle that they had him in.
Nice pass to no one.
Yeah, he played in the U20 cycle. That team was also a lot better. The one with Diego Luna. There was a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
more. There was a lot more players that were playing a professional level already, getting minutes than this one. And when you look at that roster too, a lot of them are in the Olympics right now. Jack McLean, Paxton Aronson, a lot of them are in the Olympic roster.
Not Luna.
Not Luna, yeah. Apparently, because we had to bring Jordi Mihailovic. Anthony is saying if Marko Mitrovic does well in the Olympics, should he be considered for the U.S. men's coaching job? No. So here's the thing that I would say. If we were in the beginning of a cycle, I would be okay with us gambling on someone for 2 years and seeing how it goes. But we kind of wasted the cycle with the former CIO of the U.S. men's national team, the chief imbecile officer, Greg Berhalter. And now we can't risk it anymore. We have to go for the option that we believe is the most certain possible to maximize the potential of this team. We can't pick someone that's 100% a gamble. If there was 4 years and he did well, I was just like, all right, give him 2. Let's see what he can do. Too late in the cycle to do so. We have to go for the best option right now. We're less than 2 years away from the World Cup.
Yep. It's urgent. Remember that song by what band was that, Brett? Urgent. So urgent. Anyhow. It's urgent.
Somebody in the chat will have it.
Somebody will. Foreigner. That's the band. Foreigner.
Well, and by the way, everyone, we have also arrived at we're at halftime. We're at halftime. Soon enough, I'm gonna have to remember to cancel the YouTube. Man, YouTube must hate me for this, right? For like doing the free trial. But again, nothing against YouTube. I love this platform very much. So don't hate me, YouTube.
Don't demonetize me, please.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Look, I'm sure they love it because the fact that I'm even mentioning it might have gotten some people's curiosities and they might be testing out YouTube TV. Thanks to me doing it.
It's true.
I think the 90% of the listeners right now that were bashing the $65, $70 a month.
I mean, Alex is saying, "Tack, stop being poor." Alex, I can't just stop being poor. It doesn't go that way. You don't just stop being poor.
I never thought of it like that. What?
Yeah, they're saying Tack is just cheap. Well, look, I'm not cheap. I spend money on what I think is worth spending. Right? Here's the thing: the whole concept of what's expensive or cheap is very tricky, right? Because I can go out and buy a $200 like Air Jordan sneaker, and many will think that that's expensive, and some people will say, "Well, that's cheap." There's one that I would buy that's $300. Some people might think a Disney World ticket is expensive. Others might think it's cheap for the experience they get. It's very subjective. It's very subjective.
It sure as hell is. Yep.
So it's tricky to that. I just don't think it's worth paying $70 to watch anything when I can get a bunch of different subscription services and just spend like $20 a month. That's all it is. Frank Gasser saying Tax said he wants Henri on the straight. No, I didn't. I didn't say I want Thierry Henry.
He did not say that.
I mean, that's the second time he super chatted, so it must have been true.
Yeah, if he sends enough super chats, at some point we're just like, whatever. I said it. I
totally
said
it.
The
$10, $15 mark, right?
That was Charlie. That was Charlie Davies, by the way.
Yep. And Angel Ojeda is saying, "Where can I watch the game?" So.
Where can we watch?
FS2.
Not on VIX.
Not on VIX. So you can watch it on Fox Sports 2. You can watch it on 2DN. I got the YouTube TV free trial here, and it's on YouTube TV as well. I just got the free trial. So that's another option too.
You missed one. Brazzers.
No, you definitely can't watch it on Brazzers.
Watch it live on Brazzers, yep.
By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday because Derek, you arrived in the stream later. So you know how my Colombian ventilation video went viral worldwide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got millions of views. Do you know how much money I made on Twitter the past 2 weeks?
Like $4.
No, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Okay. Oh, let me gauge it.
It got millions of views, millions and millions of views.
$47.
No, much better than that. I mean,
$77.
it was $280. But
that's not bad. Yeah, that's not
no. But I mean, I was the thing that went through my mind though was like this: with the Copa America thing, I went as viral as I can get. That was as viral as I can get. So as soon as I was like, "Oh, I might actually make good money here on Twitter for once in my lifetime." I'm not complaining about $280. $280 is $280. But my overall point was, this is peak. This is my peak on. I'm not gonna break that. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah,
YouTube TV, man.
I mean, you're gonna live. No one's living off of $280. That's just not that. No one's living off that. Like that's, a good trip to Myers and for a month, and stocking up on pizza dough and spaghetti and whatever you want to buy.
I mean, it can get me a good steakhouse
or a good prostitute, but otherwise,
wait, what?
Nothing.
That price is good.
280 is really high up there, prostitute.
Okay,
I'll take your word on that one.
Are we not allowed to talk about that on here?
This is a good question, actually. Bro, how did you know where to go in the vents? Wait, what?
You didn't go in the vents.
How did they know? How did they know? How did they know where to go in the vents?
Oh, I don't know how they knew, but what happened was we were trying to get in at the club level. That's where we were trying to get in. And then the Paraguayan guy came. If you go back in the vlog, I can even show this. You guys want me to show at the vlog? The Paraguayan guy comes up screaming at me. Did you guys even notice that in the vlog? No, right?
Probably. No.
I'm going to put that scene up so you guys can all understand it. The Paraguayan guy comes up screaming at me, screaming. And then I was like, what is it? And then he takes me to the where the people were at the ventilation system. I'll put it here. You guys will notice it now. So pay attention to this. Let me hit the like button for myself here. So I hit the like button for myself.
With YouTube TV, you still gotta watch ads.
Yeah. So where is it? So here, this is where you enter the club level or whatever. This is where we had tickets. So we're entering this place, and then if you notice, the Paraguayan guy is gonna come screaming. Wait, hold on. Let me go back here. So they're going up here, and then very soon when I'm recording that scene right now, the Paraguayan guy comes up. Let me try to pause it. He's the one. There he is. Here it is. See him? He was screaming behind me saying, you got to come here. And the ventilation system, you see that brick wall right there?
Yeah.
So that's where it is. They kind of broke the wall there to go through.
Oh, my God.
So they break that wall on the right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right here on the right where the brick wall is. They break it. The Paraguayan guy's on the left screaming at me. So once we do that, that's when we go to the ventilation and we get this here.
That's just fucked up. I don't know what other way to put it. I mean, it's Bruce Willis shit. Now,
that was a great meme, by the way.
How far down that tube do you think they had to go to get where they needed to go?
I don't know, man, but they really wanted to watch that game. I'll tell you that. They really wanted to watch that game.
That's just insane.
They probably went to the next outlet, the next vent, and it dropped down because they probably went right through that wall.
Unfortunately, it's what they say, where there's a will, there's a way, and they took that way too seriously.
What was the Brett? What was the song from the classic? Where there's a whip, there's a way. That cartoon version of Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit movie. It's a famous song from that. Where there's a whip, there's a way. You don't remember that movie?
I don't remember. I remember you mean the animated one?
The animated one. Yeah.
I don't remember that part though.
But in this case, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
You're whipping yourself into a frenzy. It's crazy.
I agree with
Now,
Alex. They probably still are in the vent.
Flip Silver saying, "Hey cousin, how long till the U.S. hires a coach? 6 months? No, if I had a look, I like to gamble here and there, put some money in a few games from time to time, even though I always tell people to do it responsibly. If I had a bet on it, I would say we will get a new coach within the next 4 weeks. That's what I would bet on.
Yeah, they were always talking about they want to get it done before the next round of friendlies.
Yeah,
Right.
and from what I heard, also based on a few things you already said on your channel, the guy also told me that they're saying it's going well. I don't know what that means, but they're saying it's going well. So I'm gonna say in 4 weeks we're set. Now that doesn't mean the hire will be good. I'm just saying that in 4 weeks we'll probably get the hire.
Hmm.
But then again, with U.S. soccer, we could go on and say, "Hey, let's just wait 6 months and make the right hire." Well, what happened last time when we waited 6 months? So
Yeah, I'd rather not.
We had 6 months of good play, and then we hired somebody else.
Yep. Did you see Cade Cal scored again? Yep. And this time with his left foot.
What? No, it's his right foot.
Was it his right? Okay.
Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
No. Tonight. He scored tonight.
Oh, again tonight?
Yes, with Chivas. Mm-hmm.
I thought
that what they were showing earlier was just a highlight reel of an older game.
No, he didn't play tonight, Derek. He played Saturday.
I know, but they're showing a bunch of stuff on the TV.
I think it's old highlights.
Old highlights? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. He scored. He has so right now it's been 4 games this season. He has 3 goals and an assist in 4 games in Liga MX.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he has like really good hair too. That we do need to.
I'm jealous.
I mean, for a one-trick pony to be doing that well, and maybe he's becoming less of a one-trick pony. It's possible, but good for him if that's the case. But I mean, if you don't know not to block off Cade Cowell from getting to his right foot in the box, then you're just an idiot. You're just an idiot. He's going far post. That's what he does.
Steven Spot is saying, "Why aren't we bringing Cade Cowell to the Olympics?" I mean, honestly, I don't think he's one of the players that was snubbed, but I do share my concern because it's kind of weird when a player like Duncan McGuire made the roster. That's the one thing I don't get, why Duncan McGuire is there, Steven. But the good news is the Olympics starts on Wednesday. That's the good news. We play France on Wednesday, and I'm gonna ask you a thing. Not Brett. I'm gonna ask Derek. He seems more the expert on this than Brett. Derek, should we bring the lube?
No,
we got this.
I mean, against France, I mean, I think there's a good chance we could pull that one off. I actually do. I really do. I mean, we already played them in a friendly, and we were very competitive. I think there's a chance we could pull that off, but I'm not bringing Lou because that's kind of wait and see kind of thing. Yeah, no Lou. Too early. Let's get some foreplay in first.
Yeah, that Energizer battery commercial with the electric toothbrush was going on right. We were talking about foreplay and lubing and all that stuff. I'm just like, perfect timing.
And Moise is saying he finally found the game on X Hamster. Good quality. Look, anything with an X in front, like first it was X Video. I am assuming this is a corn website. Guys, do not look at it. I already told you guys where to watch it. It's definitely not on an. Why is there a website named X Hamster?
It's a perfectly legitimate porn site. I can confirm.
Why is it called Hamster?
It's been around for like, I don't know, 15 years.
It probably came out during
but that doesn't answer my question. Why is it called Hamster?
I don't know. It could have been who's the actor, Brett?
What's his name?
It might have started with him. The male actor who is always accused of having gerbils and hamsters up his butt. I don't know. But
Allegedly.
Yeah, he was in Pretty Woman, the movie.
Never heard of him.
Richard Gere. Richard Gere.
Richard Gere?
Yes, Richard Gere. They always said he had some weird thing where he put hamsters and gerbils up his ass. It's so weird. I don't even understand how that could possibly be enjoyable. They got claws. If you've ever had a hamster or a gerbil, they got these little claws. There's no way you're putting that up your ass. No way.
I mean, I don't think that's good for the human or for the hamster.
Better back, grab another drink.
He's like, I'm out. We're talking about.
So second half has started in the missile crisis derby between the United States and Cuba. Capitalism versus communism. If the U.S. wins, capitalism wins. Is that fair? Are they still communist? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I suppose they're definitely socialist. I don't know if they're actually communists. Like, nobody's perfected that yet. So the best you can do is socialism at this point, at that level, would be my guess.
So I'm just going to pretend they're communists so we can.
Okay, that's fine.
We're taking down communism.
I guess that's fine. Although that's never worked. Everybody's basically had to back off into to socialism for the most part.
Yeah, I'm just going to say they're communists because then it sounds like cool when we beat them, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound cool to say we just defeated socialism. Like what? Like no one gives a crap. But it's like we just defeated the commies here, and then everyone loves it.
I mean, I haven't really gone back and researched the state control in Cuba right now, and because I know they've been making some adaptations and changes. So I'm getting too technical. Let's let it go, Derek. Let it go, Derek. Okay, I'll let it go.
The Cuban player just why are they so violent? The Cuban players.
He's getting a talking to.
U.S. could have been a little more violent during Copa.
Yes, they could have. They were the least of all the teams that played in Copa.
We literally punched a player.
Yep, but they fouled.
It only counts as one, though. It only counts as one foul.
They fouled the least in Copa.
I know because you got to understand we fouled the least, but when we did, we meant it.
Now, I think that's just stupidity, though. Come on, let's be honest. I mean, you know that was stupidity, pure and simple. You're supposed to do calculated, smart fouls. That's what you're looking for. Not, I mean, you want fouls that send a message. You don't want fouls that get you a red card. I don't know what Timothy Weah was thinking, but I do know this. He probably had the hardest time getting a night's sleep after we got grouped because really he got the guy he loved, Greg Berhalter, fired.
Ooh, Berchima's beautiful play. And then okay pass. It still worked. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, it's back out to him now. Okay, corner kick.
Julian Viva is saying so far it's been a slow summer for rumors on U.S. men's national team players. So far it's been Caleb Wiley only. There's rumors with Tanner Tessman, but apparently the deal fell through with Inter Milan. Gio Reyna is apparently staying with Dortmund as of now, but it looks like Weston McKennie's not staying with Juventus.
Rumors are Everton right now.
Yeah, so McKennie will probably be the only big move this summer because all other players kind of found a home. They found a team to stay.
And to be frank, Venezia do not want Tessman to go. They really are trying to hold on to him with all they can. And then his agent's being really picky, too, on top of that. So it's kind of weird.
We also covered Matthias Albert going to Dortmund.
Matthias Albert.
Matthias, whatever. Yeah. You know what? It's spelled the same way as my mother-in-law's maiden name, which is Matthias. So Mathis.
It is Matthias. That's actually German, oddly enough, but I'm sure there's some people in France named that. But Albert fucking as French as it gets.
Turtle saying, so when will we hear more Gio's club stuff? Well, Gio was included in their tour, their preseason tour. So as of now, Gio's, and they have a new coach. Gio might actually stay with Dortmund.
He hasn't played yet, but
The
they did have friendly. He wasn't even on the roster, but a lot of the guys weren't
the
on
only
that
news
roster.
the only news on Twitter are his engagement photos.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's out there. Can't find shit.
Good for
And everyone's
him.
like, "Oh my God, Gozo he's terrible." The right winger for the U.S., number 18, he is not good. I am sorry, man. He is absolutely not good. He's like completely out of control. So every time he gets the ball,
He's got one pace.
Pink says, Derek, I thought Albert Einstein was German. He was a German Jewish, obviously, scientist.
Yeah, but his name wasn't pronounced Albert.
No, it was not.
Albert.
That was not his last name. But in France, if your last name is Albert, it's pronounced Albert. That's just how it is. If you're in America, it's Albert. Okay. 50 minutes in.
We're back to the whole Nabone and Gnawbone argument again.
Oh, Nebon.
Nebon.
Yeah, they're so tacked. There's a town in Indiana that was named Nebon from France, Nabonne, and then in Indiana, they eventually just changed the name of the town to Gnawbone because
Gnawbone.
The original name of the town was Nebon, but the people there eventually, as time went on, couldn't pronounce it, so they just changed the name of the town to Gnaw space Bone.
That's smart.
I suppose it makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't really change anything; just makes it easier for everyone to pronounce the name. Steven Spot is saying Cuba is a uni-party communist state. The Communist Party is constitutionally enriched as a sole governing entity.
Enshrined. But yeah,
Enshrined.
He's absolutely correct about that. But they're not. I would still consider them to mostly be a socialist country. The way
don't they call themselves communist?
They might, but they operate as a socialist government. They are not like there is trade. They're not isolationists completely. And, listen, it's a fine line. I'm not going to get on here and debate anybody on the fine line between socialism and communism. Just telling you generally how that operationally works economically for most of these countries like Vietnam and Cuba and other, supposedly communist countries.
I'm just gonna go with the narrative that they're commies. It just sounds a lot cooler, man, to have like them be commies like next door here. It just sounds cooler in Florida. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Well, somebody said socialism equals communism. They're not exactly the same things. Maybe they fall underneath an umbrella, and that's fine. But I don't want to get into this big political debate. I've studied it a long time.
There's no debate. They're commies. We've determined it. They're commies. There's no debate. And we're fighting against them because that's what we do. Yeah, there's no debate.
People love their cigars, though. Love those Cuban cigars.
They do. They really do.
Especially
in Florida.
Which magically appear somehow on the American market everywhere.
Oh, they love it here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I go to these Cuban restaurants here. Their food is freaking amazing. Tampa, Miami, you go
to
Cuban food. Oh, the Cuban sandwich. There's obviously the sanduiche cubano, which is the main Cuban sandwich. But any sandwich made by Cubans is freaking amazing.
Right. No, I agree. God damn it, guys. Listen, with the socialism stuff, there are varying levels of socialism. So can we stop the argument in the chat? Like, there are so many different variations of what socialism is. There's no one, like, that's socialism. No, there are multiple variations of it,
Guys,
across the world.
look,
From Denmark to Sweden.
Here's a piece of advice to everyone, okay? And take it from this wise old man right here. Not Derek, but me. My advice to everyone is the following. Don't educate yourself too much on politics. It's very stressful. What you simply do is, if you don't like someone's politics, call them communist, and that's it. That's it. And if they start saying, I am socialist, I'm like, I don't give a crap. I don't like what you're saying. You're a communist. And there you go. And don't argue anymore, because otherwise it just becomes overly complex, boring. And if we go back 20 years ago, no one gave a shit. And now everyone cares about it for some reason. Everyone cares about everything. Everyone's a geopolitic expert. Everyone is an expert on everything these days, but no one knows shit about anything.
Yeah,
Everything's confusing, overly. Also, we get caught on like too much terminology these days.
That's true.
Which doesn't really matter too much. Let's just enjoy. Look, Cuba, are they socialist, communist? I don't care. They're communists now because we don't like them right now. There are rivals. There are enemies here. They're communists. We're
Nice
going to go.
ball.
Yeah, that's a great
Sorry,
ball.
I didn't mean to bring it back to.
No, that's a great ball. That's a great ball. That was a
ball.
great ball. That was a great pass, and he did not as much with it as I would hope. But shit! That's
This one's for
foul.
you, Brett. You can read this one, not me. I'm skipping this one.
Highlights are going to be on UJizz.
Is that a
UJizz.com.
real site? Probably is.
It has to be a real site. Somebody has to have that one.
That's not on my list of preferred ones. Maybe
Cole
I should.
saying, when did Cruz Medina come on? I think the past like 5 minutes. It wasn't at halftime, was it? No. It wasn't at halftime. Oh.
No, it's called an oligarchy.
Cruz Medina came in at the 46th minute.
Blueberry saying Tack just spat some dumb shit. I never spit dumb shit. I never spit dumb shit. Spitting dumb shit would mean literally shit would come out of my mouth. That didn't happen. I did sneeze though. I did sneeze. That is true.
Tack's just kidding. And by the way,
we scored.
We scored. Yeah.
Church of Petrol saying Filippo casually telling us he's reached Nirvana. Nirvana the band?
No, Nirvana, the state of absolute consciousness.
Yep.
No, I haven't reached that. I'm just choosing to try to enjoy my life a little bit because everyone just became way too political in this freaking country. I guess even world, right? Oh, we just scored 3-0. 3-0. So this was actually a very bizarre goal. It was a terrible free kick that hit the wall, but it didn't hit the wall strong enough because the free kick was very weak, and the ball just landed in the box for Taha Habron on his own to finish. It was a bizarre goal. This is one of the weirdest goals I've seen in my life. It only happened for two reasons. One, because the free kick was terrible, and two, because the wall was even worse.
Too many holes in that wall. Some people are turning sideways. Yeah, it's a cluster fuck ups.
Apparently, UJizz is underrated. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then Steven Spot is saying, sorry about opening that up. Didn't realize that would open the debate. My bad. Derek's right, though. Different levels. Back to soccer. Yeah, back to soccer. Back to soccer. And back to calling Cuba the for this situation, the commies.
Yeah, you don't want to get me involved in this because I am, after all, a political science graduate. So,
I just think that us as humans, we need to start enjoying life a bit more. And I think a lot of people are not enjoying their lives these days because they're caught up in a lot of things they don't control. They're caught up in a lot of things they have no power, and they're caught up in a lot of things that don't really matter sometimes. So
I agree.
I think in most of it comes down to politics and how people are manipulated these days, and a lot of people fall for it. So I'm not saying I'm smarter than anyone, but I'm just saying I'm happy with my life and I'm enjoying my life. And I think the rule of thumb that everyone should follow is just kind of like just be a good person. Just be a good person.
Yes. That's all. That's all that really matters in the end. How do you treat
And
people
don't
you
do
run
crack.
into?
And don't do crack. I think that's a good rule to follow too.
Well, fentanyl, crack, heroin, all things to
Just
avoid.
become a professional drinker like us.
Yeah. No.
That's what we do, though, Tack. We
And-
are professional.
And Gabe says hi. Hi, Gabe. Thank you for super chat, Gabe. And Moises Cifuentes saying, just watch the goal on Bang Bros. What a weird goal. What? What?
We're getting like every porn site is getting some sort of coverage here tonight.
Why is Moses in the chat too? Is it actually Moses?
Yeah.
No, he died many many ages ago.
He was like 200 years old when he died.
Yeah, after he brought the tablet down from the mountain.
Oh, come on.
He missed it. Moses brought that tablet down from the mountain, and it had 11 amendments on
Ooh.
it. 11
have
commandments. It had 11 commandments. And then one of it, the chunk fell off.
Yeah,
He's
actually,
like-
there are
he's
15.
like-
He dropped one of the tablets.
Oh, he's
10
like,
commandments. 10 commandments.
I have 15, and then it broke, and he's like, okay, 10 commandments for you. Oh man, what movie was that? That was
Is that History of the World?
History of the World. Yeah,
Part 1. There's never a part 2 though.
but that was the guys from England.
Oh no, probably would have been more of along the lines of The Life of Brian. Then you're thinking Monty Python.
Monty Python. Yeah,
History of the World was Mel Brooks.
was it Mel Brooks? That makes so much sense. Mel Brooks is a genius. What was the movie with the black cowboy?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. You guys are like 75 years old. Actually, Brett is 60. Derek, you're hitting 70 there with this talk. Right?
I am 52. Brett is 37, 38,
40.
40. Sorry.
About to turn 41.
Yeah.
Just say 39.
Umar had it right as Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. I mean, Tact, if you've not seen Blazing Saddles, honestly, you have to. You just have to, as part of being a human being and living on this planet. You must see Blazing Saddles. It is one of the best comic movies you will ever see. These are all older movies. I get it, but that and anything by Monty Python, absolutely a must.
I'll think about it. The problem is I like my life, like in terms of like free time for myself, I'll usually be watching soccer because when I like it, do I have to? And I kind of just set up on a very big TV that I got the Zelda game for Tears of the Kingdom, so that kind of consumes part of my life. So
I get it. Yeah. It's not a lot of free time, but you do have free time sometimes with your gal, right? So that's when you sit down and watch.
I play Zelda. She watches and falls asleep, and I keep playing Zelda.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, well that's different.
She likes the sound. She likes the sound of the game, and then she sleeps.
Yeah.
You're a lucky.
He knows.
You're a luckier man than me. My wife is.
But Gabe is asking here, who's the next U.S. men's national team coach? Gabe, we have no idea. We just hope it's a coach that is, as they said, a serial winner, a coach that will end the leadership council, a coach that will maximize the potential of this generation. Now, I also really want us to get a good coach. I don't know if you guys heard this before. I want us to get a good coach because then we can finally find out if the players are actually good or they suck. We'll find out. Like, let's say, for example, we got Klopp and then we still sucked. then I would be ready to accept defeat and just say, yeah, the players are not good enough.
We overrated them. Yep.
Yep.
I'm-
And once Tack needs to watch a Mel Brooks movie stat. What is Mel Brooks? Mel Gibson?
Mel Brooks is a comical genius. He made Blazing Saddles. He did a bunch of comedies back in the 90s. Spaceballs. I mean, he's fucking hilarious. I don't know.
I know kind of makes it sound like it's a video from X Hamster or whatever, but it's not.
It's not, no. But it's a total joke on Star Wars. Spaceballs. It's a play off Star Wars, but a comedy version of Star Wars. Dude, it's something. Mel Brooks is a genius, as is Blazing Saddles, his other movie, Spaceballs. But
Young Frankenstein, History of the World.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. At some point in your life, if you're out there and you haven't seen any of these flicks, you can get most of them free on YouTube. They're just on there.
Being the Star Wars fan that you were at one point, you probably enjoy Spaceballs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it then. I like that name too. Good name. Very.
What is Darth Vader's name in Spaceballs?
It's Darth Helmet.
Hey, Gozo's out.
All right, now we can start scoring goals.
Yes, now we can beat them like 7-0. Polar is saying watch Velocipaster. Have you guys watched the Velocipaster, by the way?
I haven't.
Velocipaster is an interesting one. It's this pastor that teams up with a prostitute to fight ninjas, and his superpower is he becomes a velociraptor.
I pulled this up because I pulled up your tweet about it or something like that. Yeah, no, 100%. I haven't seen it though.
You got to watch it though. Great movie, great story, great plot. Very well. Very
good. Like only like 60 minutes long or whatever?
Yeah, it's about an hour or so.
Yeah. So
Cole's asking, Tack, does your girl like soccer or she hates it? Oh, she hates it. She hates it.
It's a rarity to find him. It's a unicorn.
That is why I've always people make fun of me with Meg Swanick because I kid around about that. But honestly, if I could have married a woman who loves soccer, that would have made my marriage so much easier. It would have. It just generally would have made my whole life great.
So, not during the Berhalter era.
Well, the fact that
divorce that's going on there, yeah.
The fact that she would have been along for the ride.
Well, what if she was Berhalter in?
Ooh.
No, that wouldn't have happened. No. I mean, Meg's not, right? I'm using Meg as an example. She's not a Berhalter in, so.
Play back. Get the ball, man. What is that? What is that?
And
maybe move the whistle.
Okay, this is another weird super chat here saying, I'm glad I found the game on Pornhub. Good quality. I'm pretty sure you didn't find the game there. So, guys, do not look it up.
He may have found some Americans taking on some Colombians, if you know what I mean. Not Colombians, sorry, Cubans.
Confirmed, Pornhub is a site and it's safe. So, it's not a big deal.
I wouldn't say it's safe. But okay,
I've never had a problem. By the way, yes,
Johnny Soccer has a great line there. Minute 69 coming up. Back, you got it lined up.
Okay, United States 3, the Commie 0. Here in Mexico, the game.
I'm not asking Meg out, people. Stop saying that. Meg is married. She's great though. Love Meg Swanick. Have you ever had Meg on your show?
I haven't had her here, but no, I've been on an episode, I think, with you guys or Pete that she was on.
You should. You should have her on your show. She's great.
Is she still covering? I haven't. Yeah, she is actually. She is. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to figure out her internet issue though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell Meg to shut up. What? Says Antonio.
That's a Family Guy reference.
Oh,
shut up, Meg.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we have hit minute 69.
Mercilessly.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. We've made it. We've made it once again.
That's a big nice from you.
Super Blood Wolf Moon said, I saw on Nude Vista that Joe Biden is the next U.S. men's national team coach. No, Joe is retiring. Joe's tired. He's retiring. He's not the next U.S. men's national team coach. Let Joe rest.
I could provide some inside info on that if you want.
On the U.S. men's national team?
No, on Joe.
What do you mean inside info?
He's not well. He's not well. He's maybe not terminal, but close to it.
No shit. He's like 200 years old.
just telling you what people are like all day. I have 88 messages from the Democratic Party.
That's like his age. He's 88.
He's not that old, but yeah. Yeah, it sounds pretty terminal. Like, I don't know if he's going to finish out his presidency. Now, this could be all bullshit because there are different factions of the Democratic Party sending me stuff. So I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, look. I hope there's no old people in this chat, but like once you're past a certain age, everything is terminal, man. So you're just very old. It's what I told my grandfather a while back. He passed away, unfortunately. It's just like you're too old, dude. You're too old.
Nope,
we all get there one day. Some of us don't actually, but most of us do.
You mean some of us get hit by buses?
Yeah, things like that, or your plane crashes, or you just die of explosive diarrhea when you're in the toilet, or you don't poop for a month and you die like Elvis Presley. Certain things like that can happen.
Or you stick your leg into a wood cutter churner.
Yeah, who did that?
No, it's like on the 1,000 Worst Ways to Die.
Oh, yeah, those are terrible.
Yeah, so you had the wood.
Figueroa.
Blam! What? Nope. Sometime soon.
That was
he would have done it.
Terrible pass.
But if he would have done it, like 3 touches earlier, he would have had room to run onto it. Oh, God, bad decision.
No, it was also too wide, the pass.
He's a little offside,
too, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that kid who was his first day on the job with the wood chipping, and, they go out and they grab the branches and they put them in the wood chipper, but one of the branches wouldn't go in, all the way. So he started stomp it with his foot into the wood chipper. The wood chipper caught his leg and sucked him in and chipped him to pieces. That's on 1,000 Ways to Die. I know, I'm sorry, it's horrible, but that's what happened.
I used to watch 1,000 Ways to Die when I was in high school all the time because I remember I would get back from school and it was always on at the time that I was back from school.
You're making me feel so fucking old, dude. Thank you. You were in high school. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's when 1,000 Ways to Die was like coming out.
And, it was. Yeah, it was. I was in my 30s or 40s or somewhere around there.
It was good. It was a good TV show.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so old. All right. I'm still alive. It's a good thing.
You look like you're doing well.
Oh, I've been doing really well. My life has been pretty comfortable. I'm not complaining.
Super Blood Wolf Moon said, my dad's boyfriend works for Nintendo. Okay, so your dad has a boyfriend.
works for
Nintendo. That's interesting. He said Joe's sick. I mean, Joe might be. Joe tweeted that he's sick. Yep. Joe said he's sick.
Yeah, he had COVID for the 500th time or whatever.
I was just giving you inside information that people were dumping on my fucking phone. That's all I can tell you, that it's more than sick at this point. It's not good. That's why we haven't heard from him for 6 days. 6 days? I think we're on 6 days. Not in person. And then, I'm done. I'm not going any further with that.
We're done. Otherwise, we're going to be labeled as a conspiracy theory channel.
Be looking at the waning years of my life. Do I want to be president, or do I want to enjoy retirement at that point? I don't know. It's just like at some point, just bow out and enjoy the rest of the few years.
No shit, Brett. Yeah, totally. Lord. just enjoy your life. I mean, why would he want to go on? This is crazy town.
But one thing here about this game, once again, is one, Cuba definitely looks far more competitive than Jamaica that we played. But you know when you watch a player and you can see um if there's something there, right? They see like, oh, there's some talent there. He does like things that impress you. I don't know about you guys, and I know it's been two weird games with weird opponents, but there hasn't been a single player that has truly impressed me in these games so far.
Yeah, no one's blowing my balls off at all.
I see a lot of young, dumb mistakes that occur.
Yeah, like that last pass we just watched. Like
Perfect timing.
Where
Perfect
was that?
timing.
Where was that to nobody? I mean, we're getting the throw in from it, but it was a poor pass generally. Yeah, nobody's blowing my dick off. I don't know about you guys, but
Steven Spada saying he spoke at Harris's rally today. Headed back to the White House tomorrow, per press secretary. Yeah, look, we're not going to keep talking about Joe Biden. I'm sure we're going to get news the next few days. I also, I don't mean to be mean. I just don't really care that much what's going on. Like, not trying to be mean, but
that's totally fair. But since I was the one that put it out there, let me just say, I got 88 messages today from Democratic Party people, and they all had different stories. So I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know what to believe either at this point. I really seriously don't know.
Look, in politics, people lie a lot, so you know.
Well, they don't know I'm an independent, so they think I'm still like an insider. So they're giving me all this shit, and I'm like,
well, it's actually a long play that Derek's doing. He's pretending to be an independent for the Democratic side.
No, I just don't respond to any. I don't respond to any of them except for two guys that I actually know, and that's it. I mean, they're guys I actually know, and I just kind of let them know where I'm at, and they're still trying to win me over to whatever's going to go forward. And I told them, listen, I've kind of moved on, guys. You know, I mean, I love you. I've known you for a long time, but I'm moving on to other things. I don't know what those things are going to be, but it's not going to be working for you guys anymore.
By the way, on Wednesday, for anyone that doesn't know, the U.S. men's national team will open the Olympics against France. The Olympics actually starts on Friday, right? The opening ceremony is on Friday, but soccer apparently starts before. And it's usually like that. Soccer always starts before. And the U.S. and France will open Olympic soccer on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And I think it's a very important game to set the tone, right? If the U.S. is able to pull a draw or, I don't know, a win against a very good French roster, by the way, it can set the tone. Like, if we can pull a result against France, we can win a medal. If we can pull a result. Yeah, that was a shot from Cruz Medina.
I'll take that shot, though, man.
Yeah.
Thank goodness somebody's shooting.
Sorry, Tack.
I just said if we can pull a result against France, there's no reason to believe that we can't get a medal. Like, you can get a medal if you can pull a result against the host nation that also has arguably the best roster, at least on paper, in the Olympics, and arguably also one of the worst coaches in the Olympics. There's that too. So
that is so funny. We didn't even get to Davies' total reach around for Thierry Henry today.
Henry is not a good coach, guys. He's a legendary player.
Yep.
Not a good coach.
I can't believe they were so lubing up everything tonight and squirting Thierry Henry juice all over the walls tonight for, I don't know what Charlie Davies is doing. I know they're friends and I know they know each other, but have some objectivity. Like a little bit.
What bothers me is the lack of pushback, right? Someone can come up here. You can come up here and say, Thierry Henry is a good hire. And then I can just counter you by, I don't even have to say he's a bad coach. I can just ask you, Derek, why don't you explain to me what metrics or what are you using to determine that he is a good hire? Like, based off what? Like, is he gonna play for us? Like, maybe play as a striker? That might resolve some of our issues. That's the only way he would be a good hire.
No,
He could play for us.
for Davies, it's the tingling in his nutsack. That's it. Honestly, Dak, that's it. Because he's accomplished nothing with any club. And he's saying, well, as long as he gets a bronze or a silver in the Olympics, he's a prime candidate. No, he's not. No, he's not, and he shouldn't be. I'm sorry, Charlie, but that's an absurd thing to say. It just is. Even Vieira, as bad as he has been as a club coach, has more experience than Thierry Henry.
Well, and Thierry Henry too. Even if he gets the gold medal, that's not the standard. The Olympics is a fun tournament. We're gonna enjoy it.
Exactly.
But it's still a youth tournament.
It's one of these.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
Samuel Acosta saying the U.S. men's national team has no young center backs, only Richards.
Incorrect.
We have a few young prospects like Dietz that's in the Olympic roster.
It's
Dietz.
Yeah.
Jalen Neal's an interesting one. Josh Winder's an interesting one. There's a few names to track, but yes, we don't have one that's immediately emerging. Yeah. I think it's fair that there's none that's immediately emerging. Ivan Payne.
Alex points out Trusty,
but he's like 25, right?
Young for center back.
True. That means he's got a good like 10 years in him still.
Yeah.
Ivan Payne is saying it is difficult being a U.S. fan and being involved in politics. Everyone just assumes you're a Trump supporter for wearing a USA jersey. They assume you're a Trump supporter for wearing a USA jersey?
Yikes.
Look, I wear USA jersey or T-shirts a lot. No one has ever called me a Trump supporter for wearing a USA jersey. I don't see how that has anything to do with any politics.
You should show them the jersey you're wearing tonight.
Oh yeah, I got this one. They're going to say, "Oh, you're a Derek and Brett supporter." It's like, oh,
claps.
Yeah, I don't see how. Oh, U.S. women's national team fans assume that. Look, some of them are just silly. Don't listen to some of them. Wearing a U.S. men's national team jersey has no political affiliation.
Nope.
At all. It's just your country. The same way wearing a U.S. women's national team jersey doesn't have a political affiliation.
You're only saying that because you got one from U.S. Soccer.
I was going to say the same thing. They gave you one. Austin, Texas.
That's not true. Well, I did. It's true that I got one, but just to make it clear, what I'm trying to say is when I see someone wearing a U.S. women's national team jersey, I don't assume their politics.
Well, you're rational. You're rational.
Which by the way, that actually what Brett just said is not true. It's actually now it's not true. I can prove it because the jersey they gave me does not have 4 stars. Pete's does, mine doesn't. So it's a man's national team.
Oh, they gave Pete the women's jersey.
Yes, for me they gave the men's national team jersey, but with the women's national team like design, which honestly their jersey looked better than ours at the time. So, I preferred it that way. So
they're totally shanking Pete on that one. They're like, "You're just a woman to us. You're just a little girl. We're gonna give you a little girl's outfit."
They wouldn't dare do that to me. They wouldn't dare do that to me.
Well,
in fact, I was scrolling through Twitter and I see Edgar is doing a space right now. But the first comment on his space from American Soccer United says, "Will the Olympics be on VIX?" Can you answer that for him?
No, it won't.
All right,
I'm Peacock actually. Peacock.
I'm gonna drain the lizard. I'll be right back.
Okay. What?
He's actually gonna go walk a lizard. He's got a big iguana and he got rid of the girls to get brought an iguana.
Okay. And Jacobo, thank you for the super chat as well. Jacob. Oh, here it is.
Jacobo.
He says he's an anarcho-communist. He's an anarcho-communist, and he's a USA fan. Can you be an anarcho-communist?
Talking to the wrong person on that. Wait till Derek gets back.
Let's not even bring this up for Derek, because he'll talk for. If we bring this up to Derek when he's back, he's gonna talk about communism for another 30 minutes. No. I'm just trying to understand, how can you be an like, I'm assuming that's like an anarchist.
Yeah.
Wouldn't anarchism be the complete opposite of communism?
No, they're not.
No, Derek. No, Derek. Stop.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Stop. My overall point is, like, anarchism is like no government. Communism is big government. So you can't be you can't be both.
Actually, there are. I'm not going to get into this with you right now, because this would take a long discussion. But there are connections between certain versions of anarchism. And by the way, because the anarchists and the communists and the socialists during the Spanish Civil War had to kind of come together and ally together because they shared some common values together. But I'm not going any further with that, because I know we want to watch this game. And if we want to get into historical stuff, we should start a whole nother site and we'll talk about it.
Okay, stop. Corner kick for the U.S. Corner kick for the U.S.
You know, Derek was in the bathroom peeing, going, "Oh, I can't wait to get back and talk about this," because he can still hear it.
I mean, I'm surprised that he never heard of the term "I got to go drain the lizard." Tact. No. I'm sure that's not a Brazilian American common. But then, as a German American, there are a lot of things I didn't get when I moved here as well. It's like, what does that mean? So many of them are. I'm like, I don't understand what that is. What do you mean? And but we have a lot of funky ones in German too, like translated.
Oh, nice. That's a decent shot.
He's an ass with ears. Like, there's no real translation for that into English.
And Morgan Bartman is asking, "Hey, Tack, what do you think of Origo?" So Origo's one of the midfielders playing here today, right? He plays for the Chicago Fire, if I'm not mistaken.
Chicago Fire 2 team.
Yeah, he says, "I'm super impressed with his ability to slow the game down and control in tight spaces. Also, first time seeing him." I talked about this before, Morgan. No one has really looked bad for the U.S. in these first two games, but no one has really impressed me. The thing with controlling the tempo, I want to see if he can control the tempo when there's actually an opponent pushing to control the tempo against him. An opponent actually putting up a challenge where they are controlling possession and they're speeding up the game and they're slowing the game, and he's able to change the tempo even with a strong opponent. My overall point is I haven't really been impressed with anyone in this tournament so far, but I haven't really been disappointed either.
I'll say the handful of Chicago Fire 2 matches I've seen this season. He's one of the handful of players I've really kind of been impressed with. But yeah, like you said, nothing's been blowing my hair back or anything this match.
Yeah, like for both U.S. matches, it's hard to like really put a player that has stood out. Like, everyone's played well, but the opponents don't really help us to judge. Joe Rogan, which is probably not the...
It's impressive you had him watching your show, man.
Nice. I wish it was the real one. That would be
well. If it was the real one, I would tell him, Joe, you can send more than $5. Like,
yeah, and have us on our show and let's all talk about soccer for like an hour.
Oh yeah, our channels would blow up. Yeah,
Derek just wants to go to Joe Rogan's studio and smoke weed with him.
Yeah, I haven't smoked weed for like months, Brett.
That's really gonna blow you. That's really gonna mess you up when you do go there, though.
I'm doing interviews.
But Joe Rogan said, "Who do you think is the North American GOAT?" In my opinion, it's Hugo Sanchez, because he has an European Golden Boot. Hugo Sanchez is definitely a good shout. Played for Real Madrid, Mexican legend. A couple others we could shout out. Keylor Navas is definitely up there. Champions League winner of Real Madrid more than once. I think Rafa Marquez is a pretty big name too to shout out. Very underrated player that was very important for Barcelona for quite some time. In my opinion, he should get far more love and more credit than PK, for example. I thought he was a better defender than PK, but PK gets more love. Do you guys think of any other shout outs here?
I mean, can't believe you didn't bring up Breck Shea.
Well, Breck Shea is not the North American GOAT. He's just the GOAT.
Of South Central Florida.
Yep.
And his snakes. Do most anarcho-communists like their stepdad?
I don't know.
I haven't broken it down to that amount of minutia. I really haven't. So
I don't think there's any data to prove either way if anarcho-communists like their dads or not. There's nothing to back any of that.
sometimes a banana is just a banana.
Yeah. What?
I guess it depends on if the person in question is a son or a daughter, right?
Well,
Usually the daughter
okay.
has daddy issues.
Yeah, you're getting a little technical there, but yes. Sometimes but most times a banana is just a banana. Don't get fooled.
Someone's asking, have I seen Dexter? Yes, I have watched the series Dexter, and it's pretty good. I liked it.
What do you think of the ending?
I didn't hate it as much as people hated it at the time. I thought it was mediocre. I thought it could have been better. I thought the show was way better than the way it ended. It deserved a better ending.
It was, 100% agree.
Let's
It
not
was
spoil it,
a great show. It was just a shit end. I could have come up with 100 different endings that would have been better than that. But
Stepsister action in that whole series is awesome.
Well, I think one series that yeah.
I
I think one series that had a very good ending, in my opinion, even though some people hate it, I thought Breaking Bad had a good ending. I liked it.
Yeah, no, that was a great series.
What's nice about Breaking Bad is that they knew they were only going to do 5 seasons and they were cutting it off. And it wasn't just sort of we're going to keep going. Oh, now we're canceled. We got to wrap this up type of stuff. So.
But going on here, Zach said Omar Gonzalez is the North American GOAT. No, he's actually one of the reasons why we missed the World Cup in 2018.
I mean, kind of. Goal, by the way.
4-0.
Nice touch.
Blaming that bounce off his foot.
I mean, he scored an own goal. Like can't.
But it was crazy. The mathematics of that being possible and just getting over, Howard's fingertips. It's just ridiculous.
He was also not that good, regardless. So
that's true, but still, the geometry of it was ridiculous. Like the fact that it happened is like, hitting a target at 1,000 yards. It's just not likely, but it did. It happened. And the guy that scored the goal outside the box for TNT from 40 yards, he couldn't replicate that again if you gave him 100 more chances. No way. Not going to happen. Not scoring. So it was just one of the worst nights in U.S. soccer history. I mean,
I would argue it was the worst night.
Cuba was insane. And then everything that happened outside of the games with the other games mathematically was insane. Like, that was crazy too. It's like we're all watching it together and it was maddening. It was just like, is this possible?
It was the perfect storm.
Yep. And it happened.
And Johnny Soccer is saying, Derek, quick thoughts on U.S. women's national team and Emma Hayes. Do you have any?
I love Emma Hayes. I think she's the best pick possible for U.S. soccer women's national team. And I think she's going to hopefully get everything in line. And I think we need to strive for a similar, arguably Emma Hayes is the best coach in the world, women's coach in the world. So, hopefully we're striving somewhere near that for the men's team.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they're bringing youth into the squad at this point. This is the 2018 for the women's team, basically.
Yeah, she's opening it up a little bit. She left out some of the old timers. I get it. But, at some point you got to make that transition and give credit to Greg mildly if you want, but he did eventually, decide, even it was Saracen who made the first transition and guided the pathway to that. But yeah, at some point you got to go with youth. You got to.
Why isn't the ref just ending this game?
They want to hear us. They're watching our show.
It doesn't make sense. Like it's over.
They want to hear more about communism, socialism, and all that.
Like so essentially everything besides the game.
Yeah,
That makes
so
sense.
it's weird. It's gonna end on this freak. This skit.
Technically, he's got an earpiece into some people at Buffalo Wild Wings. Another 5 minutes, please.
Nope, it's
Full
over.
commercial.
And that's it. United States 4, Cuba 0. The United States won the Missile Crisis Derby 4-0. Right now we have 2 games, 2 wins, a 9-0 win against Jamaica, a 4-0 win against Cuba. We have to stop playing these islands, man.
Well, we can't stop it. You know that. Because friendlies now, they're just the thing because of Nations League, and like that's the big problem. It's not all Greg's fault, by the way. We didn't get to play really good teams during his run. FIFA fucked up. They made some stupid ass rules up and made some stupid ass tournaments up. And now, you know, even if you're Jurgen Klinsmann and you're the coach now, and he loved to do this, you couldn't go to Europe and go play a bunch of European teams in friendlies. You just couldn't do it. So that's not even Greg's fault. That's not an excuse for Greg being Greg. Greg's Greg. And I don't like Greg. I don't like him as a coach. I don't have anything against him personally, necessarily. And we said that before. But we've been saying for a long time, Greg's got to go.
Well, I mean, just look at we got New Zealand and Canada coming up, and then I saw on Twitter just seconds ago that U.S. men's national team only is said that rumored, take it with a grain of salt, he says basically, but rumored that U.S. is scheduling an October friendly in Azteca, which is strange because how often does Mexico actually play friendlies at home?
It's gonna be in Guadalajara, but hey,
whatever.
it's funny because then Mexico will probably defeat us playing away, and then everyone's gonna say we need Greg back. He knows how to beat Mexico, even though he didn't beat Mexico away. It was always at home. I just canceled my YouTube TV thing, so I don't have to
remind
pay for
you
it.
of that. Yeah,
So we're good, and hopefully VIX does not let me down. Everyone, the
your
next
dollar back?
Sorry, what?
You're gonna get your dollar back?
No.
Well, I mean, if I paid $1 to watch the game, it's okay. I just don't want to pay $70. But everyone, the next stream will be on Wednesday, United States versus France for the Olympics. Big game, very, very big game. The only game that's bigger than this is the only games that were bigger than this were the U.S. men's national team, senior team. And that's all. Make sure to check out the Straight Red card if you guys haven't already. I'm sure most of you have if you are here. And I guess we'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night.